Hey everyone, it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel where I talk all things budget beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. If that sounds interesting to you, then become the newest member of the Slashed Squad by hitting the subscribe button. This week's Slashed Squad member of the week is Elisa Candy. Thank you so much for all of your support over the years, and I always love seeing your name pop up in my comments. Last week, Ulta Beauty sent out a 20% off coupon, and it wasn't just any 20% off coupon, but it was a 20% off everything coupon. So it worked for regular price, it worked for sale items, it worked for prestige brands. So I thought that I'd just mosey into my local Ulta Beauty and check out what was going on. Plus there were a few things that I actually had to pick up, so it couldn't have come at a better time. My original intention was for this to be a shop with me video, but I got to my local Ulta Beauty and the fire alarm was going off, and they said it had been going off for 4 hours and they didn't know how to turn it off. Fire alarm going off in the store, and it just like keeps going off. So I think I'm just gonna show footage of, you know, the different displays that I'm checking out and maybe what I'm putting in my bag, and then we'll go over everything once I get home with this haul. It was a little bit insanity inducing, but I still spent about an hour in there shopping. So I've got my loot right here. I didn't pick up too many items, but I still wanted to share with you my smaller haul, and then if there's anything that sounds interesting to you, you can definitely request a review in the comments below. So let's just jump right into this 20% off Ulta haul. Let me pull up my receipt as well so I can tell you how good of a deal I got on some of these items. Okay, so the first item was a need, and this is actually for my husband, not for me, but the Maui Moisture Curl Quench and Coconut Oil. This is awesome for curly, dry hair. So in case you didn't know, my husband is Black and Jewish, so he has the actual definition of a Jewfro. And this has been the best product that we have ever found to help smooth out his hair, tame frizz, and just get his curls looking a little bit more defined. He used to use salon products, and then one day he ran out and I just had this on hand and I let him use it, and he was like, this is so much better and half the price. So the Curl Quench and Coconut Oil Smoothie is made with coconut oil, papaya extract, and plumeria extract. It is a thicker cream. The Maui Moisture line in general, I really like their hair products, even their shampoos and conditioners. Most of the line is no silicones, no parabens, no SLS, and it's vegan and cruelty free. So this was something that Adam asked me to pick up. It's normally $8.99, got it for $7.19. The next item I picked up was another need. I needed some backups for my NYX matte liquid liners. You see me use this in almost every single makeup tutorial here on the channel, so it's probably no surprise that I need to keep backups. I'm on the last backup that I had, so figured I'd pick up a couple more on sale. In case you don't know why this is my go-to liquid liner and I don't like using anything else, the brush tip is so fine. It's really easy to get precise application, which is necessary for my daily winged eyeliner. It's a flat matte, so it doesn't take away from anything going on your lids with your eyeshadow. It's also water resistant, and this lasts all day. No fading, no flaking, it will not budge, but it is easy to take off at the end of the day just with your normal makeup wipe. You're not gonna be sitting there scrubbing at your eyes. They're normally $7.50, but I got them for $6 a pop. Okay, so like I said, this coupon also worked for clearance items and prestige items. And what did I find in clearance? A bunch of Kylie stuff. So very recently, my Ulta Beauty just put up their Kylie display. A few months ago, all they had was like one of those aisle pillars with some of the lip kits, but now they have a whole dedicated table and display for her. It is pretty massive. But these were actually on the clearance pillar right near the checkout. So they had a bunch of her Velvet Liquid lipsticks in the shade Punk. They were all in the shade Punk. And then they also had a lip gloss, and it was like a goldy shade. So this was on clearance from $16 to $12, but then with my 20% off coupon, I got it for $9. Well, $9.60, whatever. But I have never tried anything from Kylie Cosmetics. Is that crazy? It is a little bit for being a beauty influencer. And as soon as I saw the shade, I knew it was meant to be. I love dusty, mauve-y, purpley shades, and even though it's not really what I would consider a summer shade, and I probably won't be reaching for it a lot until fall, come fall and winter, this type of shade is like my uniform lip. So I will go ahead and swatch this. Like I said, it's called Punk. Oh, wow, that's a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be actually. But I'm not mad about it. That's gonna look so bomb with, you know, those deep and sultry fall looks. So this is a little investment into my future fall 2019 makeup routine. I'm not sure if they're discontinuing the shade and that's why it was on clearance or what. If you have any idea, leave it in the comments because I don't really follow Kylie Cosmetics, but I'm excited to finally have like one product from her, especially because it was under $10. Something else that was on clearance, but this was actually within the normal NYX Cosmetics display, like the entire wall that they dedicate to NYX. The Strictly Vinyl Eyeliner. These all were on clearance for different prices. This particular shade, which is in Extra, it's a purple, this was on clearance for $2.99. I didn't make a point to see what the actual normal price was, and it's not on the box. I think it's probably around $7, but then after my 20% off coupon, I got it even lower, so it was like $2.39 or something. But I thought this would be fun because I'm doing so many more colorful looks now. Usually I stick with my colorful eyeshadow and then my trusty matte liquid liner in black. So I thought this could kind of switch things up a little bit. So let's go ahead and swatch this, and of course I had to grab purple because it's my favorite color. How could you tell? Ooh. I hope this wasn't on clearance because it was like old as heck. I don't know, the formula is a little dry. I'm hoping these weren't like super old and that's why they put them on clearance. Kind of applied crusty. I don't know. Maybe I just have to like shake it up a little bit. Yeah, it's like, okay, if I put enough pressure on it, I don't know. I don't know. It seems kind of dry to me. I don't know if that's what the formula is supposed to be, but I don't see how I can get like a really nice smooth line with this just as it is. Wah! Okay, well, I'll play around with that and see if I can make it work, but first impression doesn't look great. I was so excited that my Ulta finally put in a ColourPop display. None of the Ulta beauties near me carried ColourPop in store except for the little mini products that they would have near the register. So they'd put out like limited edition exclusive mini ColourPop lippy sticks or the mini liquid lipsticks, and it'd be like in an exclusive shade set, but you couldn't buy any of the actual like permanent collection unless you did it online. So there was a ColourPop end cap. I saw it for the first time this past shopping trip and I basically swatched everything. Not only did they have the ColourPop end cap, but they even had like a featured display of the concealers, and I figured this would be a good opportunity to try some of ColourPop's face items because I had only ever tried their shadows and lip products. Actually, I lied. I think I got their highlighter and blush in like the Hello Kitty collection, but so this was really interesting trying to swatch in store. As I was swatching these on my hand and I was kind of trying out all the shades that I thought would match me, and first of all, I felt like I was going a lot deeper than I typically find my skin tone classified as in other shade ranges. I'm usually in the light to medium spectrum, but I was going like well into the mediums when I was swatching these. Not only that, but I noticed that these concealers definitely oxidize. I was swatching them on my hand, and then like as I would go through the shades, I'd be like, wait, where did number 26 go? Because that doesn't look like what I first swatched. So that's something to note if you are swatching these in store. Give it a second to settle down because the shade will change. So I was going back and forth between 26 and 28. Because of the oxidation, it was a little bit hard to tell which one would be right for me, but they only had one tube of 26 and it looked like the box had been opened. So I don't know, I kind of got skeeved out because it's a concealer. You can't really sanitize this if it's been opened and swatched and like put back in the tube. I didn't want to mess with it. So I ended up getting 28, medium 28, and hopefully it's a good match. But I'll go ahead and swatch this for you as well. And hopefully we can also see how it oxidizes. So there we have 28. So there is the swatch, and you might be like, Miranda, that doesn't look like it matches. First of all, my hands are like weirdly darker than my face, but also it oxidizes. So you can kind of already see it becoming a closer match to my actual face makeup. So I'm excited to actually put this on my face and use it in my routine. As I'm sitting here and watching it oxidize even more, I'm a little bit worried that I might have chosen too warm of a shade, but it's always kind of a toss-up because we're about to go into, you know, the thick of summer. I'm gonna get tan, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Also from ColourPop, I picked up one of their Luxe lipsticks. I had never tried their actual bullet lipsticks. I had only ever tried their liquid lipsticks, their ultra matte lips, their ultra glossy lips, their ultra satin lips, which obviously they're definitely known for, but I never tried their tube lipsticks. So this is in the shade Mesmerize, and I am actually wearing it on my lips right now. I think this is just a really, really nice everyday shade for my skin tone, particularly for spring and summer. It's kind of like a muted coral. So here's what it looks like on my lips, and it matches all of my like pink vibes going on. But I'm actually really enjoying this formula, and it's not at all what I expected. The formula actually really surprised me. I expected this to be like really creamy and like glide on with just like one layer of opaque color. It took like 2 layers to get the color completely solid, but the texture of it has like a powdery matte feel and finish. And it's incredibly lightweight. I don't feel like I have lipstick on at all. And the finish is definitely a true matte. But yeah, there's like this powdery feel to it. It doesn't feel drying or tightening or anything. Don't really know how to explain it. I haven't put it to the test against food or anything yet, but overall, I'm liking it. Now, lastly, I decided to pick up 2 of their Super Shock shadows. Now, I actually recently tossed a bunch of really old ColourPop Super Shock shadows that had been sitting in a drawer for years, like since my first haul with them in 2014. Because one, they were really old, and because I usually apply these with my fingers, they were a little bit funky. But on top of that, I just didn't use them as much as I thought I would, because you know me, if you watch this channel, I really, really like doing a full eye with a palette and not having to use a bunch of singles. Like, that's just not the way I do makeup. So a lot of the shades did end up going unused for years. So this time when I was picking these shades, I tried to be a little bit more realistic with it, and I was like, okay, what shades would I actually want to dig out of my drawer and use on top of whatever palette I'm using? What's gonna be worth it? And I say worth it very loosely. I mean, these are $6 usually, and they were $4.80 with my coupon, so pretty good deal. But also, I've recently been doing very like quick summer makeup by just wearing one shade all over the lid. And I particularly like doing that kind of look with shimmery bronzy shades or rose gold shades because they add dimension, they add color without it just looking flat. So that's what I set out to look for while shopping the ColourPop shadows. So the first one that I picked up is called Set to Stun. And I've already used this twice, and I'm very glad that I picked it up. So that's why it looks like someone's finger's been in it. It was mine. It's this medium rose gold shade with like holographic shimmer to it. It is gorgeous. And you can see it definitely catches the light. It has kind of that glowy appeal, but it can also add dimension when it's not front and center. So I'm actually wearing this today on my lid. I did most of my eyeshadow with the Ultimate Neutrals palette from BH Cosmetics, and then I just tapped this on the inner portion of my lid. The second shade I bought is kind of similar to another all over lid shade that I use. It's definitely more high impact when I swatched it in store. So this is the shade Deep Dive. It's like a chocolate brown with a whole lot of gold shimmer to it. So this is definitely a shade that I would use all over the lid. I would just apply it with my finger and then blend it out really softly around the edges, put on some liner, mascara, and good to go. And I really like this particular shade. It's a little bit deeper than my other bronzy lid shade, so I could use this more for night out looks. So that was my small Ulta haul. I don't really do a lot of hauls in general, but sometimes you just gotta go in and see what's around. If you wanna see more hauls or maybe shop with me videos, definitely let me know, hit thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, become the newest member of the Slash Squad. If you've done both those things, then you are awesome, but have you hit the bell icon so you know every time a new video goes live? Make sure you turn video notifications on so you never miss a beat in budget beauty. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!